aloha wau ia oe, o me hana o pule o. Me Moloka'i nui a hina, e ola mau, e aloha wau ia oe, o me hana o pule o. E aloha no kaia kea, ho aloha kamehameha me. Wakaʻainana, ano hano ko inoa kākou, kalahui o Moloka'i luna, he inoa no. Me Moloka'i nui a hina, e ola mau, e aloha wau ia oe, o me hana o pule o. Me Moloka'i nui a hina, e ola mau, e aloha wau ia oe, o me hana o pule o. E aloha no makua demian, o Kalaupapa, kana aina, ke ia. Ano hano ko inoa kākou, kalahui o Moloka'i luna, he inoa no. Me Moloka'i nui a hina, e ola mau, e aloha wau ia oe, o me hana o pule o. Me Moloka'i nui a hina, e ola mau, e aloha wau ia oe, o me hana o pule o. Me Moloka'i nui a hina, e ola mau, e aloha wau ia oe, o me hana o pule o. Me Moloka'i nui a hina, e ola mau, e aloha wau ia oe, o me hana o pule o. O me hana o pule o.
How's it, everybody? And welcome to the Daily Pigeon. My name's Andy Bumatai.
And I'm James Money.
Oh, I had to think there for a second.
I looked at the screen.
I didn't mean to stump you. And you are the Hamajang Gang.
And if you want to join the Hamajang Gang, if it's your first time, go ahead in the comment section and leave a comment. Let us know where you're from.
Friendliest chat on the planet.
On the planet.
That's right. And we editorialize news items here for the people who might have migrated from Hawaii and wondering what's going on in the homeland.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Today we're going to talk about Hawaii Kai, and they have too much grass. No, not that kind, okay? And they're thinking about wiping out some arrest records here in Hawaii.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, that's an interesting one. And then the Kona Coffee people, they're having small kind troubles.
Oh, no.
And we're going to take a look at that. And the Lantern Festival is back.
Nice.
After years of, why, right? And then Kyle City, right? They're trying to break the record of the amount of people that are named after the city. Yeah, I know. And dogs that can smell stress. That's that one article there that's on trending things and things, right? And then we're going to have some tech travel tips because Memorial Day's coming up and, you know, plenty of people travel. By the way, we'd like to mention that also we are in Facebook jail for a while. I know. Remember we were trying to post to Facebook, trying to figure out what the heck was happening. Turns out, right, Facebook, they sent me a notice. They said, you can't post until the 30th because of something you posted, dig this, in the last year didn't meet their community standards. In the last year? I was like, what?
At least narrow it down to
Yeah, exactly.
a month,
I know.
a week.
Anyway, let's say how's it to some people, okay? Michael Anthony Smith in the house. Wait a minute. Let me go. Wait, I got to do that. And then here, get our names off the screen there. Kentiki, mahalo for being here. I never clickanize you good enough. Right there. That's where. Mary Testa. How's it? Devin, one of our moderationists in the Holly. Thank you for being here. Namaste Zen. Aloha Nani Aloha. Devin, Darlene, Andy, James, Mad Statter, C Honda, Hammer Jang Gang. Aloha.
Hey.
Ooh, get 'em, man.
Covering the bases, just missed Kinako.
Pualani, how's it? Thank you for being there. My high school buddy, Steven, walking on Yokohama Beach. Aloha state of mind saying, aloha gang. There's Rick S414. Mahalo once again for showing face on a daily pigeon. Yamamoto-san, Twitch. That means he's on Twitch. Aloha family, Kevin Frazier showing face with his hat. What does that hat say on it?
If I had to guess, it says Navy.
Navy. Oh, you're right. That is it. I was going, what is NAW? N-A-W. That's Navy right there.
When you say his name, you go, nah.
Nah, not me. All right. Okay, A.E.T. Guerrero, thanks for being here. Nani Aloha, another one of our moderationists. And there's the birthday boy himself, Miles, medium 7-up. How are you? Hope you didn't get too crazy last night. Oh, let's see. Rick S., that's the Rick S. from the 9th Island. We have two Rick S's. See, this one right here. Oop, I never clickanize them good enough. Come on. Oh, the mouse gonna be a lot of that today, I think. Oh, no. And hey, Matt Statter in the house. Aloha Lurkers and K Crew. She calls them the K Crew if you're new here because everyone who's lurking, we say, hey, just put one K, right? And if it's a good day,
Capital K.
that's right there. That's how Gil Soto from Texas. Mahalo once again. Ooh, Michael Anthony Smith. What? I don't know what he's responding to, but look at his
Probably
what?
the Facebook jail.
Oh, Facebook jail. Yeah, probably. Yeah, people on, don't worry. Lots of people end up in Facebook jail. Well, guess what's my first time? So, but I got the bottom bunk. So I feel good.
You sure? I don't think you're safe if I'm on the top bunk.
Oh, no, I hadn't thought of that. Aloha Hamajang Gang, mea culpa for the last post. What? What is this? Yeah, don't worry about Jerry. Nobody remembers. We don't go back that far. So you good. Jacob Hill, Aloha Gangi, thank you. Let's see who else we get. Kehaulani, Gary, Aloha Noah, how are you? Wild and crazy guys. Hey. I was a Steve Martin fan, so that reference did not go unappreciated. Oh, okay. Darlene S. in the Holly. Okay. And there's Aware. Hi, Ann. And she doesn't like me to call her by her name, but I accidentally did, and she's another one of our moderationists.
She's going to put you in jail.
That's what happened. It's all starting to make sense. Scott So Crazy made Spam Musubi. Are you okay?
That's not crazy.
How do you feel this morning? That's crazy. But he flew to get the ingredients. That was the crazy part. Okay, let's play this first one. Now this is, the people in Hawaii have some serious problems with grass. Let's evaluate.
Some folks in Hawaii are grumbling about too much grass and greenery. That's because weeds and grass are covering some of the sidewalks there.
No,
KITV4's
not
Paul
that.
Drews reports.
This stretch of road along Hawaiikai Drive normally has a nice wide sidewalk, but grass and weeds have turned this into a one-person path.
Yeah, and like every other path in Waimanalo, Kalihi, or Waianae.
Looks normal
James
to me.
Lancaster lives across the street from all the overgrowth, but says he tries not to look at it.
It'll just stress me out and I don't want to cut that side, so I don't look at it. It's better that way.
He, like other homeowners, take care of the grass and landscape in front of their homes, but this long stretch of sidewalk is left to the city to maintain.
I get calls almost weekly about the conditions of our sidewalks.
Not just cutting the grass around sidewalks, but also the repair of them.
In some areas, the sidewalks are lifted because of the trees that are planted next to the sidewalk. In some cases, the sidewalk is sinking.
The city
What? Sinking sidewalk. Have you ever experienced that, James?
Would you ask me that? Because I'm over 400 pounds?
No.
Everything I stand on sinks, Andy. Everything.
cannot keep up with all that maintenance work because there's a shortage of city employees.
The city has approximately 3,000 vacant positions.
3,000?
Wow.
Oh, man.
Might go cut
3,000
grass.
vacant
Oh, hey,
positions.
we can get part-time job.
Boom.
It's a never-ending battle. You know, it's an ongoing thing.
How about this guy? He would be good.
Well, it's a never-ending battle, he says.
So, yeah, we have a shortage of personnel and facilities and
Shortage.
maintenance. We still have a pretty ample staff. There's just so much work to be done.
Which is why the overgrown grass and weeds is not the only greenery James is keeping his eye on.
This tree right behind
what
you
other
guys
greenery?
actually fell like maybe last week. And I
What?
called them, took forever to come. And I'm actually concerned that it's going to totally fall. So,
This,
you know,
this guy
but
is doing a thing that I always wrestle with. When you put on a hat, you make them over your ear, or you put them behind your ear.
Tell him stop putting on his father's hat.
No, but I mean, what do you do? You ever put it over your ear like this?
No, because I'm a grown man.
They're busy.
The mayor and city council members hope to pass bills this year that
Get that camera inside there. Make them look mean.
would provide additional funding to fill the thousands of vacant city positions to keep the sidewalks straight and stop the grass from growing waist high in the future.
It's the first time you heard straight and grass in the same sentence. Ooh, look at this. When I see tall, dead weeds, I think ladder fuel for a land fire. Oh, yeah. And seeing it this low level must be hard for you, Papi Janie, because he's used to seeing it from a plane. Oh, look. I have a smiley face on mine.
Spokeswoman tells me because of numerous complaints, the maintenance division will now come out by the end of the week to cut the grass and give people back their sidewalk.
Get those people in Hawaiikai back their sidewalk. Because look at all the people trying to walk right there.
I know, it's so
sad. Oh, talk about first world problems.
From Hawaiikai, Paul Drews, KITV4 Island News.
But he helped me solve my hat my hat problem, you know.
Oh, under the ear or over the ear?
Sometimes I go over the ear. I have to imagine. Yeah, I have to. But it's hard for me because I have hearing aids, right? So when I go over the ear, it smash my ear on the thing. Papi Cheney, thank you for gifting a sub to Steven. Steve Danielson, my high school buddy, just went score one. Free subscription. I'm guessing that's on Twitch. From Papi Cheney. Mahalo. Hey, how's it, Kulika? Aloha, gangi. And good night, Michael Anthony Smith. He has to go to bed.
See you, Michael.
Yeah. Oh, people in Hawaiikai have suffered enough.
Yeah.
Help them get their sidewalk back. They have so little out there. I know.
They need their sidewalk back. They need their those post office drop blue boxes back.
Papi Cheney, another gift sub to Mad Statter. Ooh, this bugger going crazy. Thank you.
Like wildfire.
That's right. Maybe we should start a GoFundMe for Hawaiikai people.
They could use it.
I think so.
They need their sidewalk
And
back.
we can just use that footage, take the picture of the grass. You know.
I wonder how much of all of Hawaiikai looks like that. Or is it just where he was standing.
You're accusing people in the news of sensationalizing something that isn't an issue?
I'm just saying.
By the way, it's going to be partly cloudy with a chance of rain. That's why there's so much. By the way, the brother from across the street, if bug you, bro, go over there and weed whack out. Whack that bugger.
Just do it.
Just do it. Ooh, that would be a good slogan. Just do it.
Yeah, maybe like a glove line of a company or some
A
kind of
weed
company.
whacker company.
Oh, there you go. Weed whacker. Just do it.
Just whack it.
Yeah, we'll get somebody to like a brand like an athlete or maybe like somebody named John Deere or something. And
No, that would never work.
oh, okay,
I don't think so.
All right, I'll let it go.
How would you spell deer? DEAR?
I think that would be the most emotionally attached one.
No,
is
that would be
DAR.
Dear John.
See ya.
Check this out. They're thinking about wiping out the criminal records of certain people, and here's why.
Court ruling could mean thousands of people are eligible to have their arrest records wiped.
Eligible.
Chief investigative reporter Lynn Kawano has details on the change. The Hawaii High Court ruling came down in March, but not many are aware of the change that could offer a clean slate.
I pleaded no contest.
A Kalihi man who did
Wow.
not want his identity revealed was going on vacation and forgot that he had a set of brass knuckles in his bag. He was arrested after going through TSA.
Arrested.
On Amazon.
Look at this. He doesn't want to be identified. I wonder why. Is it the brass knuckles or because he lived in Kalihi?
Or maybe because he wears his hat over his ears.
Bucket hat.
I thought it was legal. I didn't know it was illegal.
Had you ever been arrested before?
No, never.
Other travelers have been arrested for having similar items, including brass knuckle keychains meant to look like cats.
Look at that.
It's very common with females to kind of have a sharp object attached to their keychain for self-defense, and they don't think anything about it when they go through security.
Victor Baki, the man's attorney, worked out a deal, getting the case knocked down from a criminal conviction for a weapons charge to a violation of disorderly conduct. A violation is one step above a citation, a ticket. You can't go to jail for it. So while the Kalihi man does not have a criminal record, he still has an arrest record.
It sucks because whenever now I apply for anything that asks you if you have any arrest record, I say yes.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. I'm not a bad person.
He's not a bad person. He just like carry brass knuckles. But you know what? To him, it might have been just something you put on your keychain. So you think so?
You corrected me on this when Kentiki gifted us those knives.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, it's keychain. I can put it on my keychain. And then you said, no, don't, because when you travel, you're going to get busted.
And you forget. You throw your keys in your carry-on, and all of a sudden there's a knife there.
Yeah.
You know.
So, if I would have put it on, unless you told me.
That's what probably happened to Kalihi, brother.
Yeah, he saved me.
And I've been in trouble before.
A recent state Supreme Court ruling means the arrest record will be cleared. The published opinion says a person arrested for or charged with a crime but convicted of a violation is eligible for arrest record expungement because a violation is not a crime.
Because it really is a big deal to get that arrest expungement.
Yeah.
People traveling to other countries, if you go to Japan or Canada and they see you have arrest for a dangerous weapon, especially going through an airport, you're probably not going to get into that country.
The man has now applied for an expungement through the state attorney general's office. I'm Lynn Kawano, Hawaii News Now.
Expungement.
I was going to say, is that like when you go to the hospital and you can't use the shower, they give you an expungement?
An wipement. Yeah, but you know what? The thing about it, that I hadn't thought about that. You're carrying a dangerous weapon through an airport. How awful does that sound? And then you show them this Hello Kitty thing. Well, what? It was this.
Well, to be honest, I mean, anything is a weapon. I mean, I can take this cup on and I can use this as a weapon. So
Yeah,
why?
if you wield it. I can't see Honda going, watch out, I'm going to whack you with this cup. Oh,
He said just say it was a knuckle reinforcement device.
Yeah,
It's
well,
just to reinforce my knuckles from
Well,
arthritis.
you weren't on the Augie, Melkabang, and I were going to do a show, right? And I had a knife in my jacket.
Wow.
And luckily, it was one of the smaller planes and not the big plane. And it brought us, I went through. It took my jacket off. Take this back to the car. He told me. I went, whoa, sorry. Mel almost fell on the ground laughing so hard. A Filipino with a knife. Oh, here's shakalaka. How right is that? A roll of quarters works great.
Yeah.
That's right. Because, anybody give you hassle, you just call your friends. King, king, hey.
And then if you got to clean up the mess, you can wash clothes.
So every mom wearing slipper getting on the plane has dangerous weapon, right?
Yeah.
Well, Shock knows because she takes martial arts. I mean, what can be more dangerous than knowledge, right? So I know, but guess what? No, I'm not going to say that. Okay.
Now we're all wondering.
Well, I was going to talk about things they find in carry-ons that can be very embarrassing, but then my better judgment said, we're in Facebook jail, let's not get in YouTube jail.
That's true.
Barry Garrett, hey, good afternoon, brothers. Just got off the phone with my daughter on Oahu.
Hey, hope she's doing well.
Hope you told her to watch. Thank you, Barry. Yeah, and Deb K says, aloha, Andy James from Kentucky. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, and Keholani says, I always carried a butterfly knife when I went on the road. Ooh. Well, everybody carries something, you know what I mean? Yeah. But not when you travel. I'm cheap. I use one roll of pennies.
You might actually hurt your fingers with the pennies.
I know. Something about a roll of quarters, just the perfect size. Every time if I don't know how much time you spent in Vegas, you get, I think it's $20, for one roll.
$20.
20, and then you get that roll. You go, oh man, I hate pool. Give me another one. I'm gonna save this.
I hope somebody try come talk to me right now.
I try to take my winnings, all $1.50. And they watched your old Showtime show. Not sure you could use some of that edgy comedy now. Yeah, and guess what? That's just what they allowed through. There was a whole bunch of stuff that got edited out of that Showtime special. And now, of course, Joe Coy and everybody else does it, But
that's the refrigerator one.
That, and there was a few other ones.
Yeah.
And at Queens West, I was admitted for surgery. I had 2 small-inch folding scissors in my fanny pack. Security told me that I can't have that, but I had a folding knife in there, so I guess she never see it. Yeah, well, they're human beings. Okay, so now we're gonna go to Kona, where we will be on July 1st.
Yes.
Right? In fact, let me see if I can bring up our, I always accidentally, oops, no, that wasn't it.
Yeah. So make sure you go to the show.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, we got C Honda. There we go. That is July 1st. I have these. I love them. That's why.
And tickets for this show go on sale tomorrow.
On tomorrow
at noon.
For
July 1st show.
Because you set it up.
On Eventbrite, yes.
Okay.
And it will get you the link so that you can put it on andybumatai.com. So you can click on his poster on his website and buy tickets. Tomorrow, noon, they go on sale.
There you go. And Nani Aloha will handle that on the other side. So, okay. Thank you for that. Oh, let me see it there. Now let's put hers back up. I forgot it does that.
Yeah.
That's so you can go back and revisit some of the old. Anyway, bag of marbles.
Oh, whack somebody with a bag of marbles.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I remember Sean Penn was in a movie and he was in prison.
Oh yeah.
Right, and he was going to be attacked, and he knew it. So he went to he took a pillowcase. He went to the soda machine, and he bought like 5 cans of soda, put them inside the pillowcase.
I think it was like Bad Boys or something. It was like one of his first movies.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other one I saw, I think, was Full Metal Jacket when they went to.
Oh my goodness.
They put the bar of soap in the towel.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
They can, you can make a weapon out of anything.
Yeah, I heard a pillowcase of oranges is good because it doesn't leave a mark.
On the oranges.
Well, no, the oranges turn to juice.
Yes. Anything can be a weapon. You know, my favorite weapon is, eat kimchi and breathe on them. Oh, that take them down fast. How's it, JoJo girl? Hi, everyone in the live stream. We are live on YouTube. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, who was that? McConaughey.
Yeah.
In,
ladies.
oh God, I can almost see the poster. Anyway, wait, aren't we supposed to be nice here? Yes, we are. Nice to oranges.
Matt McConaughey.
Yeah, Matt. No, Matthew.
Matthew
McConaughey. But what was the movie?
Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused. Oh, look, Matt Stetter beat you to it by 1.5 seconds. I know, and I just couldn't connect it. I tell my students when they need to breathe to get them with the car. I don't lost state of mind. Hold on, I'm choking on spit. Okay, now we're going to go to Kona.
Yes.
Look at the problems they have. And this, and she mentions this in this, and it always bugs me. People take, 100 regular Jamaican coffee beans, put one bean from Kona and call it Kona Coffee.
Yeah.
And the Kona Coffee people cannot stand that. So anyway, she mentions that. Let's check it out.
Big Island coffee farmers have been battling major obstacles with their crops threatened on 2 fronts.
KITV4's Jeremy Lee had a chance to get an up-close look at a farm in Kona and learn about the challenges coffee growers are now facing.
Coffee growers in Kona in the year 2022 experienced their worst yield in decades. That's primarily due to 2 factors affecting the crops.
One factor, a beetle or borer that burrows its way into the coffee bean cherry, rendering it useless.
Look at that. Look how, you can
How
see
common-
there. Look how small that thing is.
Is that borer?
For the past few years, we've been able to control it to under 10% on most farms, but this past year, that number popped up to about 20%. Here she comes.
Look at that.
You can see she's very small. She does a lot of damage for a little beetle. There's
How do you deal with that?
4 or 5 green beans on this tree. That's because it was so stressed by coffee leaf rust last year, it's not able to put out a good yield.
The second factor, a recently introduced fungus that has done even more damage.
The leaf, it eventually turns to black spots and the leaf will drop off and die entirely. Coffee leaf rust is the most damaging fungus found in the coffee world. It's responsible for about 50% of the crop loss in Kona and has devastated our farm incomes over the last year.
The Kona Coffee Farmers Association and others have been in a long battle pushing for legislation that would prevent coffee distributors from getting by labeling blends that contain only 10% Kona coffee.
See,
We
there
really
you go.
need to have a 50% blend rule. Protects growers to make sure that if it says Kona on the bag, the majority of coffee in there is from Kona or Maui or Kauai. With a Kona blend, if you have a 10% Kona and then 90% foreign-grown beans, those 90% foreign-grown beans don't have to meet the
Now with higher protein, the bug.
same quality standards.
What remedies for farmers could lie in the future to prevent another 2022?
There's a coffee leaf rust and coffee berry borer subsidy, which just passed out of the legislature. Over the long term, it is more chemicals to spray. A lot of the growers are not happy about that. So one of the other options, which we're also not happy about, is replanting trees that are resistant to coffee leaf rust. And that's still quite a few years out, but just always look for that 100% Kona label. And it's really easy, especially if you live here in Hawaii, to pick up the phone and find a farm online, pick up the phone, talk to the farmer, and buy that farm direct.
Reporting from Kona, Jeremy Lee, KITV4 Island News.
Wow. Look at this here. Devin said, and answering Namaste Zen. I'm doing fantastic. I got to play some video games with my boyfriend, Chris Friss. I beat the tar out of him and he wasn't too happy about it. Ooh, that's 43.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess she calls him Frisk because remember when we went, wow, how come she put Frisk?
I thought she misspelled his name.
Yeah, but being dyslexic, I didn't notice.
You thought it was first?
Yeah, I thought he was first. I thought he was 43.
43 in line, but first in her heart.
There you go. Oh, how romantic. Oh, I'd rather start replanting rust-resistant trees now than get hooked on sprays. And you noticed, Mad Statter, she said, the growers are not happy about having to spray the plants because number one, it's expensive, and number two, now you got Kona Coffee with
chemicals.
And by the way, I thought coffee had a natural anti-bug thing. That's what caffeine was originally. Did you ever hear the story about how coffee started? Well, I mean, not how it started, but how they discovered it. A goat farmer noticed that when his goats ate the beans, they got all active. So he, trying to stay up and watch for wolves and such, took the beans and boiled them and drank the water, hence coffee. And then, but it was the caffeine in there was designed to protect it from bugs.
Interesting.
So why not the Kona coffee?
I guess that beetle loves to get that caffeine, high or whatever.
That's probably what it is. It's a hybrid beetle.
I guess if they had a cartoon with that beetle would be all jittery. Yeah. It's a jitterbug.
Oh!
Jitterbug. A jitterbug.
Look at this. Keone Nunes says, Waianae and Makaha Valley has lots of coffee trees. Used to have big coffee industry out there. Wow. Was that one of the industries that ate it when they rerouted the water?
I wonder who would say.
Someone's voting on your jitterbug joke.
I wonder who would say, oh, what kind of coffee you guys have? Oh, Waianae?
I get Waianae.
Pass.
I get Valley.
Pass.
What?
I'll just take water.
Why? Why would you say that? Waianae Valley coffee would be good because it's designed to,
I guess it would have a lot. I guess it would have a lot of bite. It would be kind of punchy.
Watch out, G Gumbo can run out of groans.
It's okay.
But I could always.
I bought a case of Salam Pasta. I'm ready to roll.
Oh, he's rocking it now.
Yeah.
Oh, look, see, Miles thought that.
Hey, thank you.
See, that's the thing. Comedy is subjective.
Yeah.
Right? What works for one.
Some of you like coffee and some of you don't.
Salam Pas. There you go. Okay, so now, guess what? Kind of punny. See, that's Filipino humor.
Yeah.
There we go.
The coffee is kind of stabby.
Pulani says, I did that once, so we renamed him Frisk.
I thought he was the Frisco kid, was a friend of mine.
Wow, you get a lot. You spent the yesterday listening to oldies?
No, I actually love oldies. The podcast that just came from, they asked for 3 albums. So
mention that podcast.
Yeah, so it's High Sessions Podcast with John Yamasato, and it was an awesome podcast, very professionally done. They're musicians, and so they interviewed me as a comedian.
Yeah.
And then the last question is, what 3 albums, if you can only have 3 albums to listen to for the rest of your life?
Oh, man.
Really? I thought that's a tough question because there's so many good music.
Oh, man. Let's see. If I had to answer that question, I have a gun to my head right now, what would it be? Well, I don't hate me. One of them would be Thriller, Michael Jackson.
That's a good album.
The other one would be Carole King, Tapestry. Right?
Oh.
Carole King, Tapestry. And the last one would be the Beatles, just Sgt. Pepper's.
Oh, man, those are good ones.
Yeah.
I picked Abbey Road.
Yeah. Oh, very good.
Yeah, I like the different songs that they have.
Yeah.
And then they let me have Hall & Oates because I was trying to pick which album of Hall & Oates that I like.
Yeah.
And then the third one was Lucky Peterson. It's a blues album. Move he does a blues version of Purple Rain that I just love.
Well, I would have to have two categories. I'd have to have national albums and then local albums, which would be, you know, Brothers Casimiro, you know, the greatest hits album, Anywhere There, you know, Country Comfort, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and then Kent Bowman's, you know, Fractured Fairy Tales.
I would have, man, those are good ones.
Those are good ones.
But the Tapestry, man, I love that.
Yeah, I used to listen to that every morning when I was a kid. Put it on, pink, and then start my day with
One of my favorite songs that makes me sad, but I love it, is that one. So far away, why does everything? Oh man, I hear that, and I'm just, it takes me to another place.
You know what's another really unrated album? I mean, a lot of people don't put on this list, and that's Beach Boys' Pet Sounds. You know, if you ever get some time, sit there and go back and re-listen to that album. It inspired the Beach Boys.
So the thing that with me,
inspired the Beatles.
The thing with me is that because of all those older music before my time, I've heard them in compilations, so I don't know album names. But I know there's who sang that song, and so a lot of Beach Boys songs I love.
Look at this here. Barry Garrett says, I'm also an old school DJ. Ooh, oh, look at this, Miles. Yeah, oh, yes, Pet Sounds. Yeah, he did some amazing stuff on there.
Oh, don't forget Gabby, Stephen.
Oh, yes, Gabby. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Pet Sounds is considered one of the most important pop records ever made. I didn't know that. No. I like all kinds of music. Yes, love Pat. You know, that Swahili folk dances. You know, I think I have the album.
When they did a remix of
a rap version.
The remix of Beyonce's All the Single Ladies. That was in Swahili.
In Swahili with the folk dance rhythm, that thing with the sticks.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. By the way, folks, you just witnessed what comics do. They keep riffing until somebody cracks up, and then you go, I win!
It's the sticks that got me. You were acting it out. That's what hit me. So.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, Robert Cray, Strong Persuader. Oh, Robert Cray, yes, another one let me see who else we got. 3 songs I like. Michelle, Hold Me Tight, and 8 Days a Week. Yeah.
Oh, Michelle, yes.
I love that.
Michelle,
well,
my belle.
If we're going individual songs, Imagine. Is that the best song ever written, period?
Something in the way she moves, like the sound and
oh man! Well, and even in the movie, you know, when they did that movie where the guy, you know, he went back, like there was that big, what was it called?
At the end.
No. He was singing and the James Corden show, and the guy with the Beatles hadn't been invented, and this guy pretended.
Oh yeah,
I forgot it was called. Anyway, and
he movie, the Indian guy, right?
He was singing to that gal. Yes. And he goes, "Well, just imagine a song right now." So he's saying something in the way she moves. Just sing something. Yeah. It was, Whew, I'm in Earth, Wind, and Fire, man. There we go.
That's good stuff.
Swahili folk dancers are the best, but don't bother with the reissues.
Original press.
Just the original. You know what? You can tell she's a connoisseur.
Yeah. It's only good on vinyl.
Pualani, I loved Pet Sounds. There we go. Yeah. Oh, Devin, happy evening, my SoCal pal. Okay. So now we're going to play a little editorialized video about the Lantern Festival. Hey. Okay. I don't know if you know the Lantern Festival. If you don't, you will after this.
Hanging out with Craig Yamamoto from Shinyo in Hawaii. Thanks for having us down and talking with us today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and define Shinyo for our viewers real quick.
Okay. Shinyo is the pure inner light within all of us. There's also love and compassion that we can offer to everyone.
Wow.
I like that. And there's different ways of demonstrating it.
Yes, we can demonstrate it through our small acts of kindness. For example, if we're at a supermarket, we open a door for someone, or we see someone in trouble, we just try to help them. Simple ways of doing it. demonstrating shinyo.
Now, there's shinyo, and then a lot of people will know the shinyo lantern floating ceremony. The goal of the lantern floating ceremony?
The goal is actually to give people the opportunity to offer remembrances to their loved ones. And also, because it's held on Memorial Day, to honor our fallen military men and women.
Great way to be able to honor them.
Right.
And there's so much meaning behind it as well, isn't there?
Yes, there is. Well, it's based on the Buddhist religion, but it is for everyone, open to everyone. So I find it very...
Look at this, how many people.
Honoring
a lot.
that we can do this on Memorial Day and honor.
Now, I'm guessing this has not happened yet, or is it happening now?
Oh, I'm not sure. It's the first time I've seen the
Because
story.
they're going to cover this all week, so
Yeah,
I'm guessing
yeah.
this might be, you know, hey, welcome back.
Previous years.
Those who have gone before us.
First year back to actually putting a lantern in the water. It's been a couple years since we've done that. What brings you back every year?
Just having that opportunity.
I work here.
To see people there and all together in one heart and
here.
offering their prayers. So, yeah, many people have lost
Oh,
their
here,
loved ones,
has not
so
happened yet.
I'm sure that they're waiting for this ceremony.
Again,
Okay.
back on the water this year. What can people expect when they come down?
Well, it'll be a
Oh, lanterns?
little different this year.
Lanny
Actually,
people?
we're going back to the origin when we first started in 1999. And in order to get a lantern, it would have to be by reservation. So it'll be a little
Look at this. Everybody got the small boat, brought a bus out to Hōkūleʻa.
Wow, must be from Hawaiian.
Yeah. Why and I? I'm going to live on this bugger.
bit different. It'll be more simple, I believe.
What does the future hold for this lantern floating ceremony?
For me, I hope that it'll continue and give a place of remembrance for each and every one.
Yeah, it's such an important time, and it's such an important event, isn't
Right,
it?
it is. And yes, I feel that we can
The
contribute
interview
to
is
society
going off
in
the
this
rails.
way.
Yeah.
Somebody wanted to find out more information. Where do they go about doing that?
At our website at lanternfloatinghawaii.com and the Shinyo Lantern.
Lantern floating Hawaii. How did they avoid floating lantern? Lantern floating Hawaii. Maybe it was taken.
Oh yeah, there's the other group.
They're
And
competing.
we'll have that information on our website, kh12.com, shortly after the show. Craig, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Look at that guy was going to a Viking funeral.
And we'll be covering the lantern floating ceremony all week long here on Living 808. We'll give you some information, but definitely you want to register, so make sure you hit their website up.
Go to lanternfloatinghawaii.com. There we
I
go.
love Veneri. He's a cool guy. He's a friend of mine, but the interview was rough. It's like, what is that?
Well, you never know how much prep they gave him. He could have rushed down there.
True.
But you saw him, he was looking at his notes in the
Yeah.
beginning because maybe that's not his groove, Hey, here's a question I have, okay? I see all those, on that beautiful sentiment and those wonderful things, those lanterns. What happens to them? It's not like they get out to sea and disappear.
No, they tell everybody, okay, turn around. And they get one guy one net and he just collects all of them.
Collect them all. But I mean, it's like like when you throw a lei in the ocean, right?
Yeah.
I remember when we were surfing, hey, look, one lei, and we put them on. Hey, we all surfing with the lei, and somebody goes, bro, that was our funeral, But, so you can't really mess with the lantern, but what happens to them?
I feel that because, pollution, there's probably a net out there that captures all of them after.
Well, that'd be nice, but I was wondering. Look, it says, are they biodegradable? They look like they were made out of wood.
Yeah.
And they got up the flame in there. Imagine you're on your boat, all of a sudden, hey, what's that? Ooh, yeah. They collect them out past the breakwater.
Yeah.
Who would they be? The
State.
floating Hawaii?
Oh, most likely
Those
hired.
people? Yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen also the duck race. They put out the yellow floating duck.
Oh, yeah, the little
I've
duck
seen
race.
those from a high rise
Yeah.
at Aloha, and you see the beginning being so high up.
Yeah.
You also see the end. It's like, That's very anticlimactic. You see them, oh, they're jumping. Okay, you win. And then you just see a bunch of like guys on the boats, and they just collect
sucking them up.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, that's it?
Wow.
Okay.
That's it. Can you imagine what the whales are thinking? Oh, man, I'm going to eat that. Hey, watch out, bro. That's from Hawaii. It might be hot. Apparently, I had a boyfriend when I was 4 named Christopher. Well, I couldn't say it, though, so I called him Fristofer. Out of 43 is the only one where Friss stuck. Oh, how cute is that?
Christopher. Christopher. Must have, because when you're, I guess, that young, you have no teeth, I guess, or missing teeth, and you kind of not slur, but was it a lisp? So
Yeah,
maybe that's how she Christopher. Hi, Christopher.
Could be.
All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth and Christopher. I'm owning this.
The Lantern Group does it, and they use them next year. Oh, they recycle them. What else is recycled that you know of?
Oh, this bottle right here that I got from Hawaii Volcanic Water. Speaking of things floating in water, this beautiful bottle is recyclable, made with recycled plastic. Be Pono, do what's right. Naturally alkaline Hawaii volcanic water from our premium artesian wells. Yeah, and they're delicious. They come in these beautiful plastic bottles. You can take them home, make them either hot or cold.
Hot or cold.
And enjoy them.
And, yeah.
And they take the shape of anything you put them into.
Wouldn't it be funny? You see all these floating lanterns, and you see yours on a thing. Hey, never mind, commercialize that. Wow. Pyromaniacs and water is the best case scenario. That's how, right there. Those glass bottles are beautiful.
Yes, they are.
Which ones? Oh, these? Oh, yes. I have the glass bottles. I'm saving them. See, this is one here. This is the glass bottle. They're glass, and then they have a sparkling water, and these are sold in the higher end stores. I wonder how much I can cry.
Well, you can find out, but it'll only take one time, and then that's it.
And that's it. Yeah. And then I lose my nice looking bottle. Yeah. I know. I almost gave it to my wife for her lunch the other day, but she too heavy.
Yeah, it is heavy.
It's very heavy. When my grandson was little, he idolized firemen, and he wanted to grow up to be a fighter.
Oh, fighter. Nice.
Oh, that's right. My grandson loves garbage trucks. Like when the garbage guy, I gotta run out there and he goes, garbage truck, bang, bang. I know. There we go. Okay, now we're going to take a look at, from the Lantern Festival, there's another festival in Kyle, a city called Kyle, and look what they did. Check this out. Oh, that's not it.
7:21 and what's trending? The city of Kyle, Texas attempted to break a world record with the gathering of the Kyles.
What?
Okay, get this. Anyone with the name Kyle, spelled exactly like the city, not the millennial spelling.
How does the millennials, what is the millennial spelling?
The city
Kail?
Oh, maybe kale? I don't know.
He fell short of its goal with only 1,800 Kyles. Our sports reporter, Kyle Chinin, could have helped, but he was stuck at work this weekend. If you're wondering, the current record is 2,300 Ivans, which was set about 6 years ago.
All right, I'm going to start the Grace Lee movement.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Well,
What question is that?
UK were
Why are these cows breaking boards?
Because that's part of the Kyle Fest.
Oh.
I don't know.
It makes sense now.
Yeah, and that first guy, he could work on his technique. I could almost feel Shakalaka cringing.
So, one thing about Kyle, he can break a board.
They don't. Oh man, you know where I was going was, they didn't want anybody to get bored. Right? I mean that isn't it, but it's there somewhere.
Hey, maybe. It's like, cows are breaking down boredoms.
They're trying to break records and boards. Anyway, and then they segue from that into how dogs can smell stress.
Go to the cow
found
fest.
out that dogs can smell when we're stressed out.
What?
NBC News says researchers took sweat and breath samples from nearly 40 human volunteers before and after they did a difficult math exercise. The canines had a more than 90% accuracy in sniffing out which samples came before and after the volunteers crunched the numbers. The study's author and animal psychologist Clara Wilson said in part, quote, "We have shown using a laboratory
This dog's making me hungry.
study
You're not
that there
stressed?
is a confirmed odor component that is likely contributing to dogs' ability to sense when we are stressed." So to put it into perspective just how good canines can smell,
That dog is not
the
stressed.
CEO and president of the Center for Canine Behavior Studies told NBC News that humans have about 12 million smell receptors. Dogs have at least 50 times that number.
Wow. 50 times greater than... I did a bit early in my... I said, dogs, they smell 50 times better than we do. Why is it when they meet each other, the first thing they do is take that nose and stick it under the other dog's tail? I mean, you think they could do that from across the room?
Nothing like getting it from the source.
Yeah, there you go. That sounds like a open mic joke, doesn't it?
That's why they're always sniffing around.
Always sniffing around.
That's
So
right.
they can
Assistance Dogs Hawaii has found out that they can sense disease too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they can smell disease. And
Incredible.
they can sense COVID. They're better COVID tests than the COVID test in clinical labs.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Yep.
But how do they let you know? All of a sudden, their collar turns a different color.
Like the dog grabs its handkerchief that's around his neck and goes. The dog puts on a mask.
That's too funny.
What's
So
really
what's wrong,
amazing
boy?
is that you can stink of math.
I like kids are
Oh,
sweating.
Howard cracking everybody up.
Howard.
I'll have a lot of sweat samples with that one together.
That's got to be hard to do. Sit on a couch with somebody and...
That's broadcast quality, my friend.
I got to tell you.
At its finest.
We've both been on that couch.
Yeah.
It's not easy to sit up and look cool. That is the most uncomfortable couch on the planet.
Well, at least you blend it in. I sat there. It looked like I was a teacher in an elementary school because I'm looking down at everybody. It's like, hello, boys and girls. Uncle is going to read a book.
You should have brought it. Green eggs and ham. Oh, look at this. Darlene says, yeah, they do have great sense of smell. One of our dogs, especially Pepper, was a hound with a nose that got himself in trouble many times. Ooh.
My dog, our first dog, Charles, was a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel.
Yeah.
Could tell when my brother was going to have a seizure. He was epileptic.
Oh.
So he would sit down and look at him, and then we didn't figure out until later on. It's like, oh, he knows. And then
He knows.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. And Aware says they must be trained to signal the handler like a drug-sniffing doggo. Yeah, I guess so.
So the dog points, COVID. This one get COVID.
Well, and then why? How come there aren't COVID dogs at the airport then?
Or maybe it should be at the pier when those cruises come in. That's where they come from. The dog just looks at him and says, send him back, send him back.
I'm sorry you didn't pass the sniff test.
Yep, sorry.
Oh, those interview couches always look so uncomfortable. Yeah. And the trick is to not really sit down, to sit on it like, use it like a stool.
Yeah.
Because if you get into it, you look awful.
Yeah.
Okay. My cat knows when I'm feeling anxious. Oh, Jigamba. Is that a good thing?
My cat knows when I'm asleep.
Wow.
As it wakes me up at 3 a.m, he says, hey, can you scratch my back?
Kinako does that. She comes in and then, how they snuggle with you and you go, oh, this is so cool. And then you start to with those on.
Yeah.
She's like, hey.
What happened?
Chill. The nose knows, definitely.
When she does that next time, Kinako does, I go, what are you smelling now? you smell the stress?
My stress? I know. Cruise dogs sniffing for norovirus norovirus. Is that a different one than corona?
No.
That was easy. Yeah. Thank you.
It's in the name.
Thank you. What did you hear the name?
I think that's actually a computer virus. It's an AI dog.
Oh, Miles, so true. When I was in pain, Bob would come and sit with me. Cats, no, yeah. I was watching a comic the other day, and it was so funny about the difference between cats and dogs. Says I love cats, but I'm a dog guy because you never see a seeing eye cat. Right? You never see a drug sniffing cat at the airport going, "Oh, what's it got to do with me?" Noro, no read only.
Oh, like a computer.
Ah, I get it. You were right. It was a computer virus.
Or Shaka is just jumping, going along with the punchlines.
I think she would do a technical joke. Very good thing he lays on top of me and purrs until I calm many times. Oh, that's nice. My cat, my cat see me and knows I will play with her. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're a pushover.
Yeah, that's you got the dream catcher, so.
Yeah. But I am too.
Oh, me too. I'll hear the cat meowing outside my door at 3 a.m, and I'll get up because I'm like, she's gonna wake up my mom. I got it. So I let her in and scratch her back for 10 minutes, and then she leaves. Like, is that it? That's all. You couldn't wait.
Let's see. Shock. Nora would be a good pet name. By the way, Shakalaka is she's dog sitting her neighbor's dog, who I think is having some medical issues or something. So she's dog sitting a dog that how nice is that?
That is nice.
The animal got the owner trained. Yeah, that's always. When you watch Caesar and those guys, it's always about the owner.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
And that's what thing I was working with my family is like, you don't train the dog, we train you.
Well, when I was when I used to go to the dog park a lot, right? A friend of mine who I knew from Kempo, he came in, he goes, "Oh, I can't bring my dog in there because, my dog, he always fight with other dogs." I said, "Bro, he's picking up on your energy." I said, "Hey, let me," and I took his dog, walked him straight in, no problem, because he wasn't all, "My dog gonna kill somebody," Beautiful dog too.
The energy.
That dog was overprotective of us when we were kids. We would people were tried to break in the house and stuff, and the dog would always attack the person. Oh, that's a nice dog. You're right.
Yeah, good accomplice dog.
I know. He's got a knit cap on. He's got the brass knuckles from one of the other. He's got the paw knuckles.
He's got the Hello Kitty one.
Okay. And now, finally, we have this one here. This is very interesting. This is a tech tip.
Hey.
Now, we have Memorial Day coming up, right?
Yes.
And so, we're going to do a tech tip on how to enjoy your traveling more.
Some 42 million Americans will be traveling over the Memorial Day holiday.
42 million.
It's a lot.
Weekend. That's the most in over 2 decades. Jamie Tucker shows us some tech gadgets that can make your trip more enjoyable.
If you're not using Waze as a GPS, you're traveling wrong. Yes, Apple Maps is convenient for iPhone users and it's constantly getting better, but Waze has far more people using it every time they hit the road.
I have something to say about that because I've been on the road with Waze, but we'll wait till he finishes.
Sure.
Updating traffic, hazards, and police presence. Now, Waze isn't totally hands-free, and you can't make it the default GPS app on the iPhone. If you ask Siri to directions to Denver, Colorado, it'll open Apple Maps, and even if you deleted Apple Maps, you'll be prompted to install it. But you can ask Siri to launch Waze and get directions to Walt Disney World. Gas prices jump over summer holidays, so to find the best price while you're tooling down the highway, the app Gas Buddy is the most dependable way to find gas prices. It's widely used by...
I have Gas Buddy too. I have so far both of these.
Other travelers, and prices are generally updated daily, if not hourly. If your internet connection gets super slow on the highway, here's a trick Turn on airplane mode for 3 seconds or so and then turn it off again. This forces the phone to search for the nearest cell tower.
Great tip.
That's a great tip.
Wonder why your phone doesn't charge very fast in the car, if at all?
Yeah.
The USB ports in most cars are made for listening to music or connecting CarPlay. I'll pick up one of these chargers that plugs into a cigarette lighter. These provide 4 to 6 amps and can charge a phone 10 times faster than a USB port.
But get a good one.
Please.
Use a brand name charger and cable. The cheap ones you see in gas stations are not reliable or fast and can overheat.
And the cigarette lighter's not always easy to find these days. This one is way under.
Why? Why is that?
Everybody wants to punish smokers.
The seat in the floorboard on the passenger side. See that? While you're
or it's just designed for.
Get a very long charging cable, a good one for the people in the back seat. That's What's a Tat. I'm Jamie Tucker.
Okay, so Shock was saying she loves Waze, right? And a lot of people do. But I have found that there's so much information on it where there's a traffic fatality or where a cop or where a gas station or where a restaurant that it's hard to just glance at. It's a great app if you're the co-pilot.
Yes.
You know, and then you go, okay, we got coming up, we got it, and you can relate to somebody. But
And you can change the voice to like Snoop Dogg or something like that also.
But I found it very distracting.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree.
On the thing.
Yeah, it is good with the co-pilot. They can enjoy it, but you focus on the road.
Yeah.
Google Maps works for me. People can say, why don't you use Waze? I mean, it's too many information. I mean,
and you can't like he was saying, you can't make it your default. So there, Andy. I got it nailed. I got it nailed for piloting. I only care about the red lights and the blue guy with the hat. Yeah, and again, I guess you can say turn off all the different things so you don't see every time there's an ice cream stand.
Or take this exit. I was going in LA. Take this exit because there's a construction, and get back here and get back on. I saw the same car I was behind coming down. I was like, I could have just stayed on the freeway.
Yeah, well, I know. I got to teach mine Hawaiian. Oh man. You know what though? I was using the regular app, the Apple app. The Hawaiian pronunciation has improved so much over the years. And here in Mililani, everything is
It's so funny because when I'm trying to tell somebody like instructions or directions, I forget that the Hawaiian words aren't in the phone. So I start typing, like, why is it not spelling it right? Why is it like, oh, duh, it's not in English.
Not in English, Mahalo, Nani Aloha, Devin, Darlene, Andy, James, Madstatter, C. Honda, Kione, Aloha. Take it off, Namaste Zen. Okay, great. I use the lighter in my car. You're one of the very few that still does. I think.
I use it to charge phones. That's about it.
I don't. I have the original one from because my truck it had. I went what? And that's, by the way, if you buy a used car, pull out the lighter and look at it.
Yeah, the coil.
Yeah, to see if it's been used. And this one has not. That's another little trick I found. If you're buying a used car and you look at it and he goes, what? Only 50,000 miles? And then you look at the pedals to see if they're worn out. That's how when I knew when I got my truck, I went, they didn't use it. They had a transmission problem and he just parked it. And then I bought it. My truck right now has 60,000 original miles. It's 31 years old.
I was going to say, my truck might be catching up to you. And I got it in 2016?
Exactly.
Wow.
If you have an iPhone, you can add Hawaiian as a language on the keyboard.
Nice.
Yeah. In fact, on a Mac, you can go up and choose Hawaiian as your language so that you can put okinas and kahakos.
A smaller, keyboard because less letters,
I hadn't thought about that. Yeah. But I mean, like you hit a Z, it's still type Z, but if you want to do the okina, you can do it differently. Right? Yes. Nani Aloha says, what? Typhoon headed straight
to Guam?
To Guam right now.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So prayers to the people in Guam.
I'm glad it's heading straight and not loaded.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know, might veer off.
You know, sometimes these these kids, you know, they like to go to the store. They stop off other places before they get to their destination.
No, but not this one. It's straight.
Yeah.
I have that on my iPad. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So that's just about it, gang. And again, we're sorry about the people on Facebook. We are in Facebook jail until the 30th, and they let me know on May 10th that we have 20 days of jail.
Wow. I wonder how they came up with that sentence.
I don't know. And I want to know what they saw. You'd think they'd say, on this video at this time. Now, you know, you think about everything that's on Facebook. How could they? But still, you think they'd narrow it down to more than sometime in the last year.
Yeah.
Right?
It could have been something that was last year. We didn't even do anything this year.
It could have been something that someone posted that we're not even responsible for.
Thanks a lot, Mark.
Yeah, but didn't tell you specifically. No, Namaste Zen. They did not.
Mark be that way.
Yeah, they just went, in the last year, something you did not meet, what did they call it? Community standards.
Community standards.
Because you know how edgy we are on this show.
Yeah.
I know. James, can't you change your keyboard?
My keyboard? The one here or the one at home? Or the one on my phone? The one on my phone, I can change it, but I doubt it. I mean, I've never tried to put it. I also don't have an iPhone. I have an Android, so.
Aha.
Yeah. I'm one of those guys that you can't lock me in, Apple. I want freedom.
I'm locked in.
Yeah. But you like it in there.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. I'm one of those guys, you know.
So you're enjoying it in Facebook jail.
Facebook jail. Don't have to worry about when to get up, or you're going to have 3 meals.
Yeah.
You know, there's no stress.
You don't have to set the alarm. This guy with a stick comes by and wakes you up every morning.
Right. No dogs to go, I smell stress. Alan says, I got an Android too.
Yeah.
Suck a booger jail. Suck a booger jail? Is that what they call it?
Oh, Zuckerberg.
Oh, Zuckerbooger.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You went right to it. That's cool. Well, okay. So we will, you know, again, help us, and then, you know, we'll hang out and Facebook people, because we have to get back to Facebook, because when we go to
Washington, August 19th.
Let me see if I can. That's not it. This one. No. Oh.
Boom.
Oh, there we go.
Big one.
Yeah, that's the big one. Yeah. And here, this is, right?
Yep.
So, by the way, you notice we're pimping out the website there, but this is who will be on the bill, including our MC, Mad Statter, myself, James, and special guest Augie Tolba on the 9th, right there.
19th.
And we're doing 2 shows, 6:30 and 9.
Yeah.
And, oops.
Yeah, so
just,
those tickets will come out in, I believe, July 3rd?
Yeah, July 3rd, the tickets will be available, because we have some time on that.
Yeah.
And I think we just answered Matt Statter's question. Yeah. When do tickets for the sale go on? Yeah. Okay. Rick S. has a comment that Nani wants me to read. Let me see if I can find that. At the least, Facebook didn't put you in jail for broadcast quality.
Or lack of broadcast quality or podcast quality.
I don't know.
Smell the freshness.
That's too funny. Yeah, no, we would never be accused of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then give a little shout out to our friends.
Doc Bailey Cranes and Equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he has those giant cranes. He trains people how to use them, rents the cranes, repairs them, and he's in Las Vegas, Oakland, California, Hawaii, and Guam. Hopefully he's not affected by the typhoon heading there. Yeah. Also, Aloha Kia.
I know a guy.
Right. And, you know, TNT Tinting. Looks like they're on board, and those commercials are running.
Yes.
Hold on, I have a sneeze coming up.
That's okay. Kinako showed up. Hi, Kinako. Kinako wants everybody to know that she appreciates you guys.
Oh, let's go to Kinako Cam.
Love being part of the Hemajang gang.
Down there, look, Kinako Cam.
Kinako Oh, she's chasing squirrels.
Oh, she's gonna bring the squirrel back.
She wants me to play with her. She wants me to throw the squirrel so she can chase them.
Oh,
give me the squirrel. Give me the squirrel. She's like,
there she is.
She said, get out of your chair and grab.
There we go. Oh, that's okay. Okay, let's cycle through the cameras. Oh, here's the black and white camera. We haven't done that in a while. And Noir Cam, we haven't done it. Oh, look, it's not.
Is it even on?
Oh, there it is. There it is.
There's
did
Kinako.
We're back to.
Yeah, Kinako here. Oh,
that's a little squirrel.
Yeah, she's having her own thing over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, gang, that brings us to the end of the show. Thank you so much for hanging out. We're a little over the top of the hour. Getting better at keeping it to an hour, don't you think? Yeah. So mahalo to everybody who, gift subbed, a.k.a. Poppy Cheney.
Mahalo.
Anyone who has, donated in any way. All the Patreon people, like patreon.com/Andy Bumatai, if you'd like to join there. People who are... subscribed, especially on the YouTube side. We're making headway trying to get to 30,000. So thanks you guys for helping us out with that. Anything you'd like to say? Anything you got coming up?
I will be holding a squirrel.
Oh, the squirrel holding.
There we go. This is what Kinako's been chasing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, I have nothing. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow here. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Okay, wait a minute. Felicia says, "Ooh, I got Facebook jail for a picture of Snoopy." How dare you?
Wow.
You deserve that. We didn't do anything near that bad, except maybe broadcast quality, according to Rick S. But other than that, all right, gang. Hey, squirrel of holding.
Is this thing on?
Just the way she puts things.
Is this thing on?
Mahalo for a fun show today. You're very welcome, Matt Statter. And check out Matt Statter on Twitch and YouTube. I was remiss to mention that. And she does movies on Saturdays, too. You want to check that out. Okay, gang, thank you so much. We're going to hit the button. Thank you for being here. My name's Andy Bumatai.
And I'm James Money.
And you are the Hamajang Gang. Mahalo and aloha.